Whiskey. Tonight we got the newest. It's the newest.
Yep.
2XO Blend. The newest Dixon Dedman blend.
That's right.
The Sneakerhead.
2XO means 2x oak. That's kind of what this is. So this is a specific series. So this is the
Fifth?
yeah.
The
That
fifth.
sounds right.
Yeah.
Fifth in the series.
One, two, three,
We've
four,
done.
fifth?
This will be the fourth that we'll do out of this because we've never found the Phoenix blend.
Phoenix blend.
It's the only one we haven't done, but we've done the Innkeeper blend, the Tribute blend, and the Kiwa Island blend.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Sneakerhead.
Samples. Send us some samples.
Yeah, if anybody's got
Yeah,
one of the
Phoenix
anything of that Phoenix blend, drop me a line. We can do a trade.
We're fans of this guy's blending. He does a great job.
Yeah, so he was with Kentucky Owl, I think it was. Did a bunch of work with them and kind of brought that back from the dead. I think that brand had kind of died out. He worked on it, brought it all back, and then just kind of left. Like he got it to where he wanted it. Didn't know what he was going to do. Ended up somehow connecting with, I think it's Prestige Brands, and they were sitting on a ton of different barrels, and they're looking for more like just, hey, what should we do with these? And he was like, I want to play, like, and he bought in. Like he was totally into. He wants to. So he's taking some of their select barrels. He's blending them together. So this is a blend of a high rye and a mid rye bourbon. So 36% and 18, I think is what this is. So it's a blend of two different hot rye mash bill bourbons to come up with this, and then they always throw it for the 2XO. They're always throwing it into a secondary barreling to add just a little more oak note.
Different char levels, different.
Absolutely,
yeah,
toast levels, char levels, all that kind of stuff. So if you don't like a barrel note in your bourbon, probably not the best line for you. But if you like a barrel note in your bourbon, you will love this line.
Yeah. If it says 2x oak and you don't like oak, go this way.
Yeah, skip.
Yeah, what was that?
I think a little bit of the cork.
A little bit of cork. I would have drank that. I would have ate it. It doesn't matter. Pretty much anything that comes out of these 2XO bottles. I don't know. Some of the experimental single oak series, like the American oak, I was not a fan.
It was okay. It was significantly cheaper. The American oak one, it was much cheaper, but it was not great.
And I didn't have the red one, which I think is French.
Yeah, there's
Virgin French oak or something like that.
That sounds right. Virgin French oak.
I think they'll dial it in.
They're playing with that, and then they also have the Kentucky Gem.
Yeah, the single barrel line,
which is their single barrel with like a little diamondish looking thing on the front of it.
It has like a little texture, three little shine.
Yeah, very pretty. I still haven't had any of those.
But like going through all these barrels, he's probably like, nope, we're not touching that one. That one's going over here to the side.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a fun job.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, great, good proof point. I'm not going to say great proof point, but it's in the right ballpark. 104. So
104.
We're in a good proof point.
Right there.
That.
Oh my goodness. 105
to 115 ballpark generally is a really good place if you're going to proof it to a certain level. Obviously, barrel proof is amazing because then I can control what proof I want. But, that's woody. Am I getting it?
Sweet.
So they're all sourced, right? The barrels. You get a little having a little note, like that nut note.
It's nutty, but I'm getting this like delicate cocoa that's coming through too, right off the top. It's like a light cocoa powder. Oh.
I'm not against that as an idea. Soft wood notes. It's not like an overpowering wood note. It's just like a really soft charred oak note.
It's everything about double barreled bourbon that I want in my face.
The odd part, and this is, I'm going to say a common theme for the 2XO, it's not that crazy over vanilla note that you get some double barrels.
Right.
That is not focused on that.
No, it's just like this delicious sweet double.
Yeah.
It's just
like cocoa, a little bit of brown sugar, maybe a touch of a citrus note, Man, that's funny. As I said citrus note, it got more citrus forward. That is weird how your brain messes with you.
I had to drink it. I couldn't.
Ooh,
White pepper, cinnamon.
cinnamon. Yeah, that's funny. I got that exactly reversed. Cinnamon, white pepper. But at first, the very first sip was like blank. That was weird. Like for the first 2 to 3 seconds, it was just
It's definitely
blank.
sweet, but it's like, where's this going?
Couldn't figure out where it was going. Then I got cinnamon.
Whoa.
I got a little bit of the white pepper note. There's still a liquefied brown sugar.
Yeah.
Like it's not caramel. It's not butterscotch. It's not those notes.
It's almost like if you're drinking like a batter but more.
It's very brown sugar, but it's very
like a melted candy. Oh.
Yes. Is there a candy that's just brown sugar? Probably.
It probably
like
is.
That.
But all the expressions though that we've had, that I've had, oh man, the mouthfeel is so good.
The amount of oil that's always still left in that, even though, they're proofing it down to 104, but there's still always a great mouthfeel, great coating, oiliness coming through.
Like it feels like 10 plus years, 10, 12 years old, the way it feels.
There's probably some of that blended in here. You never know. That nose is really nice now. Almost Stag Junior-ish.
Yeah.
Like on the nose, like almost a red fruit.
It's like this candied cherry. It's like a brandied cherry. Like it's almost like a Luxardo cherry, just sitting on this wood stave that
has some
I want to chew
burnt
on it.
sugars on it. That nose is really nice. This second sip is going to be weird. All right, it didn't take as long, but there's still like a second pause before it opens up.
Yeah.
Like it's there, it's there. It's sweet, but it's like I don't know what's going. And then the cinnamon is very noticeable. That's like nicely cinnamon. Not
yeah. The second one, it's way more tame. But it's crazy that, like you said, the first sip, it's like, oh, it's sweet, but where are we going here?
Yeah, it just pauses for a second. Like your whole palate pauses as it's like, wait, what?
My brain's like, oh, is it going to be fruity?
No, it's not fruity.
A little. Oh, man.
The palate and the nose don't quite tie together.
Mm-mm.
They're very different.
But they don't compete.
Like the cinnamon is not very apparent on the nose.
No, not at all.
I'm not getting the fruit note that I'm getting off the nose. I'm not getting that in the palate.
Mm-hmm.
The barrel does come through both sides very nicely, and it's not, to me, it's not aggressively oaked. It's just like a nice sweet oak char thing going on in there. But
Ooh. There's that cinnamon on the back of the finish.
I kind of like the nose a little better than I like the palate.
That's a tough call on my brain.
They're very different, and that's the reason why I'm just like I'm really, if the water can marry the two.
Yeah.
Open.
But I kind of like the way it is. It gets me all antsy.
Confused
on the palate.
Your brain.
My palate's like brain. What do you do? What do you do? Like no. Sit back. Let it do its own thing, and then.
That's fun. I like that. I like that as a theory. I could see where you're going with that. How many
whiskeys have you had like that before? That you're like immediately where we're going.
Yeah, not too many.
It's almost like you almost hit the back of the palate and the finish before you get the palate. I don't know. Yes. It's crazy if that makes sense.
I know what you're saying, but I think you may have to experience it yourself.
Ooh.
Touch more cinnamon on the nose.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit into a really nice Booker's nose.
Almost cinnamon roll. There's some glaze.
Ooh.
There's some.
Okay.
There's some.
With like some walnuts on top.
Okay.
Like heavier nuts. It's not peanut anymore. It's more like a heavier nut, like a walnut type thing.
Nice oily nut. Yeah.
And
there's some sugar.
Really nice. That's a really nice nose. I'm at a loss for words for this one.
It's like this red hot in the middle of a cinnamon roll. It's like this bite of a cinnamon roll that you put a hot tamale in.
The candy. Yeah.
The candy.
Yes. Yeah.
Not a spicy cinnamon, but the cinnamon.
No, it's sugar cinnamon. It's definitely a candy.
It's the rye spice. It's the bacon spice and the rye spice, but it's coming off. It's so much.
So sweet. So candied.
So candied sweet. And cinnamon is like the star.
Yeah.
But oh my God, it's so good.
Strong sugar note.
Yeah. It's cream cheese icing going on in the back too. It's just it's so.
Icing. That's very descriptive. I like that. That's really interesting with water. that made a big change, big impact. That's fun. Do you still have
Yes.
your tribute blend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, so the one that we don't have is you
I've
you
got
had
the
Innkeeper's blend.
I've got the Innkeeper.
I
Yeah.
muled back samples of the tribute blend,
It's still right.
so I don't have any more of that, but I do have the Kiwa. So I think a blind of the three would be fun.
Off my brain, this is definitely top two.
I still want to. I think
think
your Innkeeper one was
that one was so
just really magical, and the oiliness. I even think the tribute blend was really, really solid.
I love that cinnamon. I love it. I love it.
It is
not.
It's what you know. What it does remind me of?
What?
That Booker's Reserve. What Booker's could be if you did it once a year instead of trying to pump it out 3 times, 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of it's in that same ballpark. It's like we took a Booker's but we made a really, really, really good Booker's.
Mm-hmm.
It's playing in that ballpark. So I went from Heaven Hill originally to maybe
Jim
a little
Beam.
Jim Beam.
The thing is,
I still get there. There's a nutty note in there.
Who knows? Like if the
no idea where they're getting their juice from.
That corner could have been a Booker's batch that didn't quite make it or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or needed a couple more years. And the long and short of this guy is it's not the cheapest series of whiskeys. So we are looking at $100 for this bottle.
Yep.
I think that's pretty. I think maybe the first couple ones were at 90-ish, but they're all floating in $90 to $100 for this.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's sourced whiskey. It's a second finishing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's not an age statement, but it does. Yeah, it is Kentucky straight bourbon, so it has to be at least 40 years old. So we know that. Probably, my opinion, worthwhile at $100. But rank it, baby. Give me a number.
One of the best blenders to ever have done it.
That Dixon Dedman.
Sorry.
He really, his palate is solid, very refined in what he's doing and how he's pulling these together.
I never pulled the trigger on Kentucky Owls, but everyone that says, "Oh, this batch is the best," were all his batches, all his stuff.
Makes sense.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So give me a number. I need numbers.
I gotta go in the 8s in this one. I love this. This is an 8. This is
going 8.
This is an 8 too for me. This is. There's not much more besides a little bit more proof that I would want from a whiskey. From a bourbon.
That's a good point. That's a really solid point.
And when you go, oh, this is cinnamon. This is a cinnamon that's playing in a way that I love. I mean, between the icing, there's like a cakey note. There's a
the sweetness that plays in there. Like if it's just had cinnamon, that would have brought the score down to me. You know, I'm just gonna match your score because I was like, oh, I'm thinking like 8-1, 8-2, and I could say 8-1 just to be different, but there's no point. Like. It's an 8-2.
I've decided in my brain, like 8-2s, I'm going to go almost every night to my bar and go, I'm grabbing the Sneaker Blend. And you're going to have a great month or however long it's going to last.
I like 8-2. I think it's got so many great qualities in what it's giving me. I do think a slightly higher proof. I do think a touch more of a caramel sweetness would be nice, but the fact that the fruit came at one point, and then I got a little like the cinnamon sweetness and a cinnamon bun with icing. No, it's got so many things that are coming at you, like
because you mentioned Buffalo Trace, you mentioned Jim Beam, and you mentioned Heaven Hill, all in the same bottle.
All in one bottle. It has touches of each of their like kind of primary notes.
You can't go wrong with any of those distilleries.
They're all really
some of the favorites, some of the best.
They're all really good bottles. So they're all good. I like
really hard not to smash this for the cheers later.
I know. All right, so we're gonna wrap this guy up so we can have some more of this. And if you like content like this, if you like our review of 2XO, if you like seeing reviews of different whiskeys and blind reviews and cocktails and anything involving whiskey. That's what we do. We put it out like, say to it about 2 times a week. We'll put some content out related to whiskey, and we're trying to grow. So if you could like this video, that helps YouTube, share it across the YouTube universe, and helps us continue to grow our channel.
Yeah. First time, give us a subscribe. We've done other 2XOs. We go all over the place. Old stuff, new stuff. Yeah.
And if you do have a Phoenix blend, please reach out. Love to figure out a way to do a trade of some sort, because
we will make it worth your while. Guarantee between the 3 of our collections.
We can figure out something to make it worth you sparing a sample of the very first one that came out. But just wasn't on our radar until you pulled the Innkeeper blend, and then totally on our radar after that.
Gosh, I'm so sad that because they were still around then. They were few and frequent, but they were still around.
So
anyway,
thanks very much for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.